Okay. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our call tonight. It is a Monday, September 22nd. This year is just whizzing by. Just in the next week and a half or so, we will officially be in the last quarter of 2025. And that's a really exciting time for Arbonne, for retail, for shopping, for events and activities and mingling. And that's all great for us and for our business and for connecting and conversing and building our network and getting to know people and sharing our wonderful products because people are going to be shopping. So why not with you? Why not with us? So tonight, I'm going to continue on with our series, the Basic Skills series. I am going to get all of these recordings from the last 3 weeks to this will be the fourth week. I'm going to get all of these recordings and maybe get them like all on one s'more or somewhere where they just live in one space. Because I definitely think that we can repurpose these. I would actually love to do these basic training calls, maybe couple times a year, maybe quarterly. I don't know. We'll kind of get a feel for, as we're growing and getting a feel for, maybe recycling materials. So, because, we're going to have new people who need to learn the system and where to find the resources and all that kind of stuff. So I will be putting everything in one place so that as you build your team, you can, use that as a resource for people to learn how to become a network marketing professional and do this with grace and with class and with sophistication and joyfully. So, yes, Diane, and the old people to refresh. We all need refreshing. Actually, I decided not only, to do this training series, not only because we, starting to get some new growth, which is really exciting, but also realizing like I'm a little like rickety, like a little rusty as a leader and as, just onboarding and really just want to get airtight systems so that we can duplicate and people can keep this simple so it feels more manageable for those of us that have a life going on outside of Arbonne. So that's my goal for tonight is really just to help you learn how to launch an independent consultant successfully. So before I get into the notes, um, give me a quick second here. Where are my notes? Did they go? Did they go away? Oh my gosh, that would suck. Oh no, here they are. Okay. So, all right. So I am really grateful to be here with all of you. I just got back from Tulum from our Arbonne incentive trip where it was absolutely magical. And I just want to encourage everyone to go for it when Arbonne announces that next incentive trip in December. Every December is when that trip is announced, and it's always to a different destination, and we have several months to earn it. So I just really encourage you to go for it because I really cannot wait there to be. I can't wait to be there with some of you all, as a team. Hopefully, I would love all of you, but um, being there with the team is there's nothing like it. And I wasn't there with the team this year. I actually brought my friend Alejandra, who lives in Guadalajara. She was my plus one. So I've been there, on our AITs many, many times with the team, and man, there's nothing like it. So excited about the possibilities that we have coming up because it's a level playing field. It's all about new growth, new business, building new leaders. So it really is a level playing field for all of us. It's like I said, all about new growth, and that's how we earn it. So we'll talk about that when it's rolled out. But the Arbonne 45-year anniversary roadshow. I want to get that back on your radar. October 10th is ours here in Anaheim, which is a Friday. Make sure that you register for a roadshow near you, and guests are welcome and they're free and they have to be registered as well. So make sure that you register them with their email addresses. And if you need to deregister them because they, let you know that they can't make it, last minute, where you can also take them off the registration so that we can leave room for more people. But you want to be, you know, better safe than sorry. Register your guests so that at least we can save a seat for them. And then if you find out that they can't make it otherwise, you know, deregister. But I cannot stress enough how important it is to be there, and also what an exciting event it's going to be for guests. I'm actually doing the Arbonne presentation. I'm really excited about that. I just got my script approved from guest today, from Best today. It's 7 pages long and no teleprompter, so I'm kind of like stressing, but it's going to be fun. The truth is that, you know, I know that material in my sleep. I just have to make sure I know that material compliantly in my sleep. So, you know, it's always sometimes a little word or two that we have to tweak that, you know, just to make sure it's all kosher. But anyways, make sure that you register if you have not yet. And then I want to take a moment to welcome to the team here in our nation. And if anyone else has any new consultants, please, please, please feel free to unmute yourself or put it in the chat. Anyone that's registered in this month of September, I wanted to start recognizing our new consultants, because this is like, you know, new energy, new growth on our team. And that's exciting. I love when we get to help new people build their Arbonne businesses and see what's possible here. So it's really exciting to see some new people. So Lupe Anaya, if you're on the call, welcome. She's sponsored by District Manager Maria Tongsuthi. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your last name. We also have Anita Hartog, sponsored by District Manager Amanda Moreno Erdogan. And then we have Rachel Rascon, sponsored by Anita Hartog. And all of these people are in the greater LA area. So really exciting, got some budding growth. I also want to talk a little bit about the 15% off the 5-step derm results through the end of the month. You are going to want a set for yourself. If you're not using it yet, you want to be a product of the product. And you want to have a set to use for your events, your demos, your presentations, your spa parties. I'm going to talk a little bit about that today also. So there is a new Arbonne for You flip chart PowerPoint presentation in the MVP Collab Vault. These are your, you know, Discover Arbonne visual aid, if you will. So the Discover Arbonne, that is the same thing as the is Arbonne for You. It's the same information. I think we just call it something different, but a Discover Arbonne and the is Arbonne for You document, it's the same information. So this flip chart, it has beautiful slides, talking points, so you never have to know exactly what to say. It's a duplicable system with training wheels. The script is on the back of the flip chart if you want to print it out, or if you want to use it to share your screen. There's also a version for that. I'm actually going to walk you through that really quick. I'm going to show you where to find it. And please, 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 please watch the tutorial and print that flip chart out if you need like a visual aid, you know, something that's tangible. I saw Donna Johnson, she had them printed at Walgreens in like a spiral binder. They're beautiful. So I'm going to show you that really quick, okay? Let me share my screen with you. How's everyone doing so far? Let me check the chat. Check the chat. I like that. Hi, Edward from Torrance. I love it. Welcome.
Oh, sorry I'm
Hi.
late. I was at the gym and I rushed out, so I'll park as soon as I can.
Oh my
But
gosh,
I'm
I'm so happy you're here.
but I'm all ears.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
Just so you know, I'm from Torrance. So, hey, what's
Oh,
up?
woo! I love Torrance. Dream neighborhood. It's a neighborhood of dreams. I'm so happy here.
I love it. Welcome. Oh my gosh, you sound like so much fun. I can't wait to work with you.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is going to be a little tedious. So Edward, please focus on your driving and anyone else who's driving, okay? And when I say tedious, I just mean that I'm going to show you where to find some information, okay? So, okay, I'm going to share my screen. How am I going to do that? Sorry, I'm flipping through so many screens here. Share. Let's try this. Can everyone see the Rising Tide Nation Facebook group? Okay, wonderful. I want to show you, for those of you that are brand new consultants and maybe this whole MVP Collab Vault thing. You don't know what any of that means. I'm gonna show you. And those of you that are an enrolling sponsor, I want you to know just where to have the link to send to your new consultants. It's right here in the featured section of Rising Tide Nations. There's a consultant vault form. When you click on that, it's going to take your new consultant to the registration or to the request form. They're going to put their name, their email, their phone number, their Arbonne ID, and then they're going to put their title, which is an independent consultant if they're brand new, the upline NVP, if you're in my nation, that's me, upline RVP, whoever that is in your upline, your upline AM, your upline DM, and then you want to get added and you'll receive an email so that you can set up your username and password to get into the vault, okay? So that's that. Now I want to take you into the vault, okay? Okay, really quick. Bear with me one more time. Okay. So once we're set up to have access to the vault, we'll be able to click in here. We'll be able to go to consultants right here, visit. And then, do you see? Well, if you're brand new, you're definitely going to want to focus on getting started, and your sponsor will walk you through a getting started training. But here, you're going to see this orange banner, business building. You're going to click on that. You're going to go to presentations. And here is the new Is Arbonne for You presentation. You can get images only presentation, or you can get note cards or present your view. So you want to look at these and you want to look at the tutorial. Here's the flip chart. I'll just show you that. It's gorgeous. I know it's upside down because it's printed front and back. So this is the cover, and then this is what you would say on the back. So when you print it front and back, you're going to have this as the image, and then your talking points here. So this is the great thing, you guys. This is all duplicable. This is how we're going to grow quickly as a team, and how we're going to have just airtight systems for everyone to duplicate and to be on the same page. You know, I might have mentioned this last week, but I've been thinking about it a lot. Just, you know, franchise owners. We are digital franchise owners. And typically when you're a franchise owner, what you're buying, you know, as a franchise owner is you're buying the brand. And sure, you know, there's the product or service, but what you're really, really, really buying, if you're buying like a franchise, is the systems. So as a franchise owner here in Arbonne for $65, we are really making an effort to simplify systems so that they're airtight and that we can move through this quickly with more ease, and also help people move through the system with more ease, so that, you know, duplication really kicks in. How are we doing so far? Everyone good? Okay. I told you there'd be a lot, sorry. Okay. Am I still sharing my screen? No. Am I? No. Okay. Let me go back to my notes. Where are my notes? No. Sorry, guys.
Hey Claire, quick question. It's Colleen.
Yeah. Yes, hi.
Hi. Would we be using that presentation at any event that we did, or strictly like a DA?
That would be like for like a one-on-one or a brand call, when you're doing like a three-way call or like a Zoom DA, or I would do it more for one-on-one and for Zooms. If
Okay.
you're looking for something that's more specific, like for a certain presentation, say a spa party or focusing on skincare. Let me share my screen just one more time, because you can see here in presentations, this is the Arbonne, is Arbonne for you. And then here's tailored presentations.
Oh, I see.
Spa
I see.
party, business launch, three-way call. But this is the most simple, concise, business focused. Of course, we talk about products and the Arbonne difference and the ingredients and the hero product lines. They're in there. But this Arbonne for you presentation should really take no longer than 15 minutes. It is for your one-on-ones. You can do it at as a Discover Arbonne presentation as well. But yeah, take a look at the tutorials, and it will give you a better idea of how to use everything. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Sorry, I'm still trying to find. Here it is. Okay. Where am I? Okay, so now we're actually going to get into the actual training. Sorry about that. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to cover at the beginning because I haven't really talked about much at the top of our calls the last few weeks. So I just felt like I needed to do a little bit of catch up. So tonight we're going to talk about just fast start, starting new independent consultants strong every single time. So if you've been on this series for the last few weeks and you've learned a little bit about, let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it. Okay, so you've learned about prospecting, so the prospecting funnel. So prospecting, otherwise known as networking, getting to know people, and inviting. Inviting is like the most important skill in this business. When you start your business, really all you need to know is what products you love and why, because you're a product of the product, and inviting people to your launch, to presentations, to three-way calls. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about all that, but that's your most important skill. And that's the skill that when you start your business should be starting like immediately. You don't have to know anything else except what you love, the products that you're using and why, and inviting to the events that you have booked on the calendar. And then last week, I think we talked about, or 2 weeks ago, we talked about presenting. So the presentation, which now we have, that is Arbonne for you flip chart. So we have a presentation that we can all use with talking points. We also talked about enrolling people in our business, so preferred clients, and building our team, independent consultants. So the next question is, okay, someone wants to join my team. Now what do I do? How do I get them off to a strong start? This has always been where I probably my weakest. This is my weakest in terms of systems. So this is where I'm really committed to getting better for all of you, so that it will just be a well-oiled machine. And I'm really excited to share this very simple system that I'm learning to use and master to start people strong. So this system has helped me and my team create leaders. It's helped people build belief. It's helped get people moving in their first days instead of waiting. Because when we wait, like, we just move at a snail's pace, and then everybody duplicates that speed or lack thereof. So you really want to create some urgency in your business to be able to get some momentum. So we still have our resources. Don't worry, I'm not doing anything different. This is probably, what I've been doing for the last 15 years, except a little tighter system, which I'm going to share. But we have Arbonne's resources like the Arbonne app. We have our website where we can see our back office, the dashboard, all of our success line. We have the source, which is for searching. So the Arbonne app is for sharing information. The source is for searching. And then the vault is for systems, for duplication, for multiplication. Okay, so we still have all those resources. And then we have our team resources, like I said, the vault, the MVP Collab vault. These are all really valuable. We're not replacing anything. Instead, this fast start framework really enhances what we already have there and focuses our time on what matters most. So the system consists of what we're going to talk about today: effective enrolling, goal setting, list building, and launching, which is the grand opening. So let's talk about effective enrolling really quick here. So good leadership starts at enrollment. Actually, I take that back. It actually starts at prospecting. The way that people learn about Arbonne is how they're going to think Arbonne is done, right? So people do what is caught, not what is taught. This is where duplication begins. So definitely at enrollment, but I would say even before the enrollment ever happens. So whatever your new partner sees you do, they're going to assume that's how it's done. So when possible, when you have somebody that's expressed interest in the business, you want to schedule an enrollment appointment or an onboarding call. You're going to need a good 45 minutes to an hour. And I know that might sound like a lot to some people, but you guys, we have the opportunity to make CEO money here and beyond. It has to be worth the time. You have to make the time, and you have to think like an entrepreneur. We can't be thinking like in linear income. We have to be thinking in residual income. It's a completely different mindset from like entrepreneurial mindset and a employee mindset, a residual income mindset and a linear income mindset, working in bureaucratic time, but rather in leverage time. So, you know, we're reprogramming ourselves. If you haven't had a business before, or you know, this is new to you. The cool thing is that these are all learned skills. So here's what onboarding should look like, or what it should include. So we should be letting people know about the enrollment offers. Don't worry, I'm going to get into more detail. In this case, we have the Derm Results Set Advanced, the Derm Results Advanced Set for an additional 15% off. We're going to walk them through the website. That's also what some onboarding should look like. And then set up a getting started. So enrollment offers. So at enrollment, people are often eligible, right, for special savings, bundles, discounts. We want to guide our new partner to the best choice for them. And you have to frame it like this. Here's how most independent consultants start. Why it matters. People need to become a product of the product right away. They need products to demo, to display, or to sample. They need, I think, maximize their savings. There's all kinds of great opportunities to maximize your savings, get some free products, free shipping. We're setting up, you know, their PC household account. We're signing them up as an independent consultant and then showing them how to set up their household account. And it's really important that they have products because they need a personal testimony to share. Remember, I said the most important things when you start your business to get started right away is use the products, know which ones you love, know why you love them, and know how to invite. I'm going to talk about that as well. So I want to talk a little bit about how I started. My consultant was in New York. So I was here in LA and I didn't have, you know, an upline here. So I got multiple sets of the skincare. I got a 30 Days to Healthy Living set. I got some items from the baby line, the men's line, and I think some of the body care products and a few of the cosmetics, because I wanted to start the way most successful distributors or consultants started. I wanted to have a beautiful representation of the products that I have in my store, virtual store. I wanted products for people to sample and try. And I also I needed to know which ones I loved. I needed to know which ones I would recommend. And the truth is, you guys, we're not going to recommend or talk about products that we're not using. We're just not, or that we're not familiar with, or that we're not confident talking about it. So the best way to get familiar and confident with the products is to use them. So that's what I did. That's what I recommend, but I know that that's not in everyone's budget. I freaked out when I, made that purchase and hit submit. But the truth is that I put those products to work. Those were my employees. So I will, walk people through what I recommend. I recommend minimum at least, our 2 hero product lines, the 5-step Derm Results Advanced set, and the 30 Days to Healthy Living with the Green Synergy set, wellness and nutrition from the inside out. Those are the, the 2 heroes. That's what I recommend. So, and then I want you to remember too, how exciting it was to start your business. I was so nervous, but I was so excited. And having new people join my team is so exciting. I forgot how exciting it was, but it's like it represents like growth and new business and new opportunity. And I love watching people's lives who take this seriously. I love watching them transform and their courage and their confidence build. It's just really exciting. So I want you to get excited about, launching and onboarding new consultants. Then, so I talked a little bit about enrolling. Now I want to talk a little bit about just walking them through the website. We're going to keep this really simple, not overwhelming. Don't talk too much. We tend to over explain and start talking, CQV, QV, DM, IC. You're like, just keep it simple. They will learn that stuff eventually, but you just want to show them how to place an order. So they're going to learn how to do that when they place their own PC household account. You want them to know how to enroll a new business partner, new consultant. You want to show them where to find trainings, resources, things like the Vault. You want them to make sure that they know about our Monday night calls, this one, our Go for Gold on Saturdays. You also want to make sure that your new team member knows where our community lives, like our groups, this Rising Tide Nation Facebook group. You want to make sure that they know like where our online community is. And then of course, we'll be plugging them into the live stuff as we get them launched. So we want to end our signing them up with their first official training, if within 24 hours, if possible, while excitement is high. So you got them, registered as an independent consultant. You got them set up with their PC household account. They've purchased some products to become a product of the product and to use to build their business and to leverage time. We schedule their first training. And this is, like I said, a 1-hour meeting, video or in person. It really sets the tone. And we want to cover things like goal setting, creating their list, and launching their business. So let's talk about goal setting. I want you to ask this key question. What is your why and why are you doing this? For those of you that have people on your team right now, I want you to look at your success line in your web stats, and I want you to ask yourself, do you know everyone's why and why they're doing this? If you don't, that's our job as leaders, to know why our team is here and why they are doing this. So if you don't know, for every single person on your team, that's your homework, okay? But then I want you to dig a little deeper. I want you to ask them, what would extra income allow for? What would some time freedom mean to you? Who would you spend more time with? What would your life look like if this worked? You know what? I like better this question. What would your life feel like if this worked? Because honestly, I don't care what my life looks like. I care what it feels like. So when challenges come, this why is what keeps us anchored. A little bit about my why when I started. My goal was to make an additional $500 a month. That was my big, hairy, audacious goal, $500 a month. And that was actually enough to push me through some obstacles. But then as I took a few steps and started being able to see even a little bit further, it encouraged me to take some more steps, and then I could see a little bit further, and then take some more steps, and then I could start seeing a little bit further. It's like you don't have to see the entire staircase, right? You just have to see the first couple steps in front of you. And that will build confidence, and that will build confidence and competence as you invite as you listen to your sponsor and listen to other people share the Arbonne story, you're going to get fluent and proficient in it as well. So I also like to find out from my new partners, what are some short-term goals? I might ask them like, what would a successful first month look like for you? Would it look like earning back your investment? Or I don't think I'm allowed to say the word investment. That's not compliant. Earning back your money you spent? Would it look like an extra $300, an extra $500? I make sure that I tell them about the $65 rebate in their first month as a consultant. I want them to achieve minimum, if they can, 1,000 in sales. Their PC household account goes towards that 1,000, but that's going to help them get their $65 rebate back. And it's also going to put them right into district manager qualification. Okay. So we're going to break it down into something that's achievable and specific. So they say this, I hear this a lot. Usually people, if they make $500, that's normally the number I hear. If I can make $500 a month, like I'll be happy. So let's take that as an example. So to earn 500, what would that look like? Well, it might look like 10 30 days to healthy living sets, or 8 or 9 derm result sets, or a combination of the two. Maybe it might look like 5 people that I help do the 30 days to healthy living, who each find an accountability partner to do it with them. So just kind of break it down what it might look like, in a perfect world, but we don't live in a perfect world, but just to give them an idea of what that would look like. And then we move on to list building. So this is where the action begins. The common question is, I don't have anyone to talk to. That's not true. You don't have anyone to talk to that you're comfortable talking to. We have a lot of people to talk to. There's more people than there is time. But what I want to do is I want to help people brain dump. There's actually an excellent, memory jogger in the Getting Started training in the MVP Collab Vault. So if you haven't seen the Getting Started training, I believe it's like in phase 1 or phase 2. There's phase 1, 2, and 3 in there. It's one of them in there, but it's excellent if you need a memory jogger. So no prejudging. If whoever has skin makes that list, don't worry. Not everyone on that list is going to join you or support you. It's just to like free up some, gigabytes in this melon so we can be thinking about other things and not have to be, remembering names, but come up with the system that works for you. My system is a total disaster, but it works. But just, start making a list of everyone that you can think of, a brain dump, and keep that list active and alive and constantly adding to it. So think about, people that you know on social media, phone contacts, your community, your work, your school, your church, people that you do business with. If your kids play sports, some of the parents on the sports team, but use the memory jogger, family, coworkers, past classmates, service providers, okay? But then I want to help them identify their dream team, their dream 10. That's the people that they'd love to have on their team, even if they're nervous to reach out. And this is where, I'm gonna give you a story, actually, a really quick story. So I had someone that I wanted to talk to when I first started my business. She was a doctor, and I was super nervous about, sharing this with her. But I just ripped the Band-Aid off, and I called her one day, and she's like, so like, what's this Arbonne? She actually asked me what this Arbonne thing was that I was doing, and I shared it with her. And she lived on the East Coast, and I actually had my sponsor have a coffee meeting with her. And then she called me after the coffee meeting, and she's like, what's up, sponsor? So she joined my team. But my point is that I reached out to her. It was scary. I'm sure I was imperfect. Who knows what I said or what I sounded like? I'm sure it wasn't impressive. But my sponsor was able to, share the information with her. And so I also want you to leverage us, your upline, to help you, especially in the beginning of your business, so that you can hear us share the Arbonne story, and also hear us share the Arbonne story and recognize that every time we share it, it takes on its own tone. It just, sounds different every time. The information's the same, but you're going to learn how to find your voice as you hear someone else do it, and then as you start to navigate the presentation yourself. Okay, so launching. One of the most effective ways to launch new consultants and help them succeed is to host a launch event. This is their grand opening. This can be in person. This can be virtual, can be a live on social media. It can be a combination of in person and then zooming people in. On my team, I always recommend 2 virtual grand openings and 2 in person. That way, you know, you give people in your network 2 opportunities to come in person, not just one. So 2 different dates to choose from. And if they can't make those, you can also cast a wider net because we have Zoom and we have people zooming in from everywhere right now. So you can also do Zoom launches, your grand opening, and you can use that Is Arbonne for You PowerPoint presentation that I talked about at the top of this call. So you want to make sure that you're inviting to your launches, and these things, they work, you guys. These in-person events are what is exploding my business, and it's what exploded my business the first time around. So why do they work? New consultants have an opportunity to invite people from their network, a skill that already everyone has. We've all learned how to invite. We've invited people to a birthday party. We've invited people to dinner. We've invited people to brunch. Like, you get the idea. Like, we know how to invite. So these events are also fantastic because this is often where new consultants earn their first check. That's really exciting. It helps them build belief. This is where belief is actually built, and it helps them get into momentum, and it's really fun and it's simple. So I make sure that I get those launch dates set up within their first couple weeks, and this is how I position it. Most successful leaders start with the launch event, actually 2 in person and 2 over Zoom. But let's set the date for at least 1 to launch your business. I'm going to help you with the heavy lifting while you focus on inviting. We're going to keep it simple. We're not going to overwhelm them with everything that they might need to learn in the beginning. Their main job is to use the products and invite. That's it. So inviting, I promise you I'm almost done. So we got to make it simple for them. We have to provide invitation language. We have to encourage people to personally reach out. Here's some examples. I'd love for you to come support me at my business launch. There's going to be fun giveaways, and your support would mean the world to me. I'm so excited to share with you what I'm working on. I'm having a virtual launch event next week. Can I send you the details? Another example might be, you know, I want to invite maybe someone from the Dream Team, several people from the Dream Team list, to do a 3-way call, a brand call. This is where we can use the Is Arbonne for You flip chart PowerPoint presentation. We can do it over Zoom, or we can just do a call with no visual aids over the phone. But we want to get this information in front of the most sets and ears and eyes as we can, and get the products in the most sets of hands that we can. He or she who puts this information in front of the most sets of ears and eyes, and these products in front of the most sets of hands, wins. So remember, this is duplicable. If it's simple, if we keep this simple, they'll do it, we'll do it, and we'll duplicate it, and we'll multiply it. So I'm going to wrap it up with this. What new action can you add or take away to your fast start onboarding system? What are you doing that you can tweak a little bit, fine tune? I want you to ask yourself, what do I need to stop doing that overwhelms or confuses new partners? I mean, these are like, they're babies in our business. We really have to like spoon feed people at first, just a little bit at a time. I love giving people a little bit of information at a time and then asking them, okay, do you want to know what's next? And then we get it done and we execute. And then I say, okay, do you want to know what's next? Yes. Okay. And then we get it done and execute. Do you want to know what's next? All right. So, and then I want you to continue what's already working well. What are you going to continue to keep doing? So that's it. That's my training for tonight. I think that's all I've got here. Sorry, that went really long tonight. Does anyone have anything they want to add? I'm gonna put it on the gallery view. Whew, I'm hot. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm going to post the playback. I'm also going to get all of these last week's, trainings that are supposed to be in this order of prospecting, presenting, following up, onboarding, all that stuff. I'll get it all in one place, and I post the replay in Rising Tide Nations, but I'll also share it with our leaders text group text thread in case you're not on Rising Tide Nations, which you're welcome to be on. But for your convenience, also make sure whoever your upline is has it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Edward, welcome. Anita, welcome. Lupe, welcome. Rachel, welcome. Have fun, everyone. Have a great week. And woo, Edward, you have your first PC already. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, I think
Well,
it was like over $300.
cha-ching. Nice to see you. Thanks for being on, you guys. Have a beautiful week, and I'll talk to you next week. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm traveling next week. We're gonna have to figure that out. We'll figure it out. Bye.